I'll get him the hot seat.
Yeah.
I'd love to. Yeah, thanks.
Hey, you.
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, guys.
Oh, you should never quit yet. That way?
Line them up. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Bring it around. What's happening?
We're here again. They just dragged you guys down today?
No, we flew in yesterday, but you know, filming until like 3 a.m. It throws your body off a little bit, so it's hard to go to sleep. Yeah.
And then head you right back.
So Eric was telling us how excited the writers are about what they're doing with mythology this year. And
Yes.
So since you guys are already, kind of into a couple of episodes for shooting, tell me about the energy of the storylines and how it's kind of, inspiring you and.
Well, it's definitely kind of a big turn in what Supernatural's kind of the direction it's been heading for the past 3 seasons, because now they're making Dean an integral part of the mythology of the show,
Yeah.
which also means a lot more work for me. And I think Jared had like 4 days off in the first episode, which is like more than I've had in a season. But I think Kripke's words were, "You're a victim of your own success." So it's kind of a double-edged sword. But we find that Dean is not just trying to save his brother anymore from his destiny or whatever you want to call it. He is now a part of this as well, and so now is not only trying to figure out what's in store for Sam, but now has to figure out what's in store for himself. And from what I understand, it's going to be a pretty epic season.
So now that the show's in full swing and we have a definite background on your character,
Yeah.
when you first got it, did you find that the work that you did in creating your own sort of background for him is matching up with what the writers are coming up with?
I do, and I think that that says a lot about the writers, because I think they take, they watch it and they're very critical, and they dissect everything that we do up there, after they write it, and it's great when you are creating a character with really good writers who can collaborate and watch what you do and then capitalize on the things that they like and get rid of the things that they don't. So I think that they've definitely kept the same vein of who Dean is and who he was and who he's going to be with the way that they're writing season 4. Yeah.
Eric seems pretty determined to leave and have the show end after the 5th season because his contract's up, the guy's contract's up. Would you agree with that, or would you want to stick around beyond the 5th year of the network?
I think 5 would be good. I think 5 would be good. If I was on Lost, then maybe it'd be a different story, because there's 30 characters and I'm living in Hawaii and having 5 days off an episode. But it's, just as far as the story goes itself, put the work aside. As far as the story goes itself, I would never want people to get tired of it. I would never want people to be like, okay, they're just, they're phoning it in now. I'd rather go out strong, leave them wanting more. I think is always a good thing to have. And I think Eric's on the same page. I think we're all on the same page. We don't want to just keep, sloughing it.
Can you talk a little bit about fan attention? Do you have any fans come up to you, or more ladies than before, recognizing you?
I was saying over the electronic stuff. It's funny because we're kind of isolated in this little corner of the world up in Vancouver, and we spend so much time at work. We're pretty much 8 days an episode, all day. We're there, so the only people we see are each other.
And one moment of you going, whoa, wow.
Yeah, well, when I come to places like this, and I see like the people outside, and it's like, wow, this is, it's very rewarding to know that what we're doing up there, that we never see really anything. We just keep going show after show after show after show, and try to get some sleep on the weekends and see your family when you can, and that kind of thing. So to know that, to get that gratification of seeing people who thoroughly enjoy what you're doing really makes it, makes it worth it.
What were your favorite episodes last season? Was it the ones leading into the mythology of going to hell, or was there something else?
No, I hated those. I was like, what's happening? Am I going to be around next season? Yeah, I'm trying to think. You know what? I got to be honest. I really liked shooting the Ghostfacers episode, just simply because it was a format that we had never dealt with before. It was, it was very real. Travis and AJ and those guys were hilarious to work with, and very difficult to work with in the sense that Phil Sigricia, our director of that episode, just kind of let them go off page and improvise as much as they wanted, and those guys were hilarious. So the difficulty came in just trying to keep a straight face through most of the takes. I'll bust him, but Jared is not good at that. If anybody's going to crack first, it's going to be him. And man, he's once you get laughing, it's hard. Once you get the giggles, it's hard to stop. But that was really fun. It was a good time. Yeah.
Actually, AJ said that you were the one that was in all the trouble and not being able to keep a straight face once you started laughing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, AJ and I usually were going head to head, so that's why.
Sabotage.
Yeah, that's right. You're awfully quiet over here.
This is the semi-hot seat. I know this is your second Comic-Con,
Yes.
and I was wondering if you had a chance to look around at all.
I haven't. I just got dropped off this morning and got kind of pushed into a green room and then pushed into you guys, so here I am. Yeah, but I'm going to, after the panel discussion, I'm going to head down to the floor to go to the Warner booth, so
There's a lot to see.
I'll get a nice helping of it.
Getting this last question.
Oh,
Get the last one.
yeah.
That final, the in Dean in Hell scene, you had to hang and stuff. Can you talk about doing it?
It was miserable. It was miserable. I had to, I was about 4 hours in prosthetics. Because all those hooks and those pieces and through the wrists and the cuffs and everything. And then once I was done, I walked on stage and they hooked me. I had cuffs around both wrists and both ankles, and then just a belt harness. So I was wired up with 5 different wires. So I had like 5 guys, and they wrenched me up about 13 feet in the air. And I had so much like blood all over me. The harness had slipped and the buckle was like piercing into my hip. And I was just hanging there, and all of my weight was on this one buckle, just like digging into my hip. And I hung there for, felt like ages. And it got so bad that after one of the takes, like tears were rolling down my face, and I was like, "Let me down! You gotta let me down! You gotta let me down!" So it was tough, but I think it turned out to be a pretty cool shot.
That's cool. Do an act, right?
Yeah.
We would have for one more in the next one.
Oh, one more. Oh,
Ooh,
okay. All right.
lucked out.
Somebody.
We're done. I know. I'm so excited. Wait, somebody think of something. Okay, so your I guess first movie post this is another movie, a movie in the horror genre.
Yeah.
Do you find that?
I don't know. I don't know. It was.
Strips, or is it just like a mixed bag?
It's really a mixed bag, and the reason that I did this one it was kind of like everything kind of fell into place and just kind of lent itself to be done. It was as far as scheduling goes, I only had about 2 months off, so there weren't a whole lot of projects that I was available for. So the fact that this fit right within that time constraint, it just kind of worked out to be that one. I mean, I had a dozen other scripts of all different kinds, comedies and dramas and this and that, but it just ended up being a horror movie. And I think that what really drew me to it was just the technology aspect of it, the fact that it was done in 3D. I just thought that was really cool and wanted to be a part of it. So, yeah.
Have you seen some cuts of it yet? I'm sorry, I have to move it.
Got to move it? Oh, sorry, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Thanks. Coming.